What's up, everybody? Lou from Hypocritic here, back on the show floor at PAX Unplugged 2024. We are here with Hayden from Cookie Brigade to talk about, wait for it, Cookie Brigade. Thanks so much for taking some time.
Thanks for having me.
So for those who don't know, tell us a little bit about Cookie Brigade.
Yeah, Cookie Brigade, we're a grassroots organization, started in 2007. Been raising money for charity since then. We're not slowing down anytime soon. Premise is simple. All the cookies are free. We accept donations for charity. Here at PAX, we're raising money for Child's Play. They're the official charity of PAX. By giving away cookies, doing our merch. We have our mimic here, all for a good cause.
Fantastic. Now, you said started in 2007, and obviously a really big presence at shows like PAX over the years.
Absolutely.
Plural, long time, right? Tell us a little bit about how that started, the sort of origins of how you got kind of connected with the PAX community, how it's grown out over the years, and how you've seen it evolve from your perspective.
Yeah, absolutely. So, really simple origin was two guys giving out cookies in line. And many of you may have seen Cookie Brigade over the several years doing just that, giving out cookies in line. But really it started by just a community action. People going around, hey, we're all waiting in line, here's some cookies out of a zip bag, right? And that zip bag turned into a backpack, and that turned into a wagon, table. Now we're at one of our biggest booths yet. And really it started as people kept wanting to give them money. They didn't want to take money. And they said, you know what, let's take the money and we'll give it away to charity.
That's awesome, and obviously what a kind of noble endeavor that turns out to be. Some of the mechanics of that then, where you turn this very sort of goodwill endeavor into a full-on charity that has now benefited so many people across the years and done so much good for the communities that it benefits. Can you talk a little bit about how the sort of mechanisms of that come into place, what it takes to establish that sort of presence, dole the money out, where it goes, kind of what it does, that sort of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. So it all comes down to the community. We don't exist without the community. We're fully community funded, and that's both in the money we raise for charity as well as our own operations. Fully volunteer run as well. So the logistics can get kind of difficult there being fully volunteer. Obviously we all have day jobs, and finding the time to organize a charity is time consuming. So logistically, really it all comes down to finding people who are dedicated to help run the booth, help run the charity. All the money from cookies goes right to Child's Play, so we'll write them a check at the end of the show. So that part's easy, right? It's the getting the cookies, getting the merch, getting the people here. That's the difficult part.
So let's dig into that a little bit,
Sure.
too, because obviously the cookies are the heart and soul of the entire operation.
Absolutely.
Free, and then it's kind of pay and donate what you can, right? Every show. So how do you go about sort of sourcing cookies from different places, maybe different providers or people that donate them, and actually get them out to the people here at the shows that want them?
Yeah, absolutely. So the cookies are always free as an accessibility thing. We're a charity. We don't want people to not be able to get a cookie because they can't afford it. And at the end of the day, if we can improve someone's day by giving them a cookie, that's just as beneficial as raising money for a good cause, in our eyes. So we work with multiple cookie partners. For this show, we have 4. The big one is Feed Your Soul. They are a small bakery. They actually donate a portion of their proceeds to charity as well. They bake all of our standard flavors. We also work with Cookie Mom's Cookies. They actually started by a board member of the Cookie Brigade as a way to bring back some of those original Cookie Brigade flavors that people missed post-pandemic, when we needed to have everything packaged and created in a commercial bakery. We also have gluten-free cookies at this show, as well as sugar-free cookies now, by popular demand, again, as an accessibility thing. We want to make sure that everybody, no matter their situation and health, can enjoy a cookie.
Lovely. Now, kind of on that same note,
Sure.
in terms of interacting with the community and everyone here at these shows and sourcing feedback from them in terms of what you have on offer, what they'd like to see, how they can maybe work with you, how do you sort of incorporate the feedback and the comments you get from people who come to you at the shows and then kind of improve and change for later ones?
Yeah, so many of our ideas have happened as, what would be cool if you guys had, it would be this, that type of thing. And that's really how it all starts. And in terms of things like improving cookie accessibility, that's how the sugar-free cookies happened. It was people continually came up to us and said, hey, I'm diabetic. I love cookies, but these are way too sugary for me. Do you have sugar-free cookies? And it was always sorry, we can't find them. Because at the end of the day, as it turns out, finding a really good sugar-free cookie is very difficult. And we want to make sure that we're always putting out quality.
Sure.
So that's how all that comes to be. We have, our gluten-free cookies came because one of our organizers has celiac, and That's why it was so important when we were sourcing our gluten-free cookies to make sure they come from a certified gluten-free, celiac-owned bakery.
Right.
And that's all about, again, the accessibility, but also interacting with the community and making sure we have what people want.
That's fantastic. Now, in terms of what the people want and some things that really attract them to it, there's some fun things going on at the booth here this year in particular. Can you walk us through some of the fun things on offer here for people that stop by?
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously the cookies are one of the big draws. We have many different flavors this year, our most at any show ever at this show. We also have all of our merch. Our brand new pins are here, as well as some pins from previous shows. And of course, we have our interactive booth elements. So we have the Mimic, a full life-size Mimic who has agreed to stop eating adventurers if we continually feed it. So we'll have to have you join that cause and feed the Mimic too.
Yes.
As well as we're showing off the world's largest self-standing dice tower here at PAX. Designed by a former civil engineer, made the giant dice tower that's in front of us right now. And again, it's all for charity. So these experiences are things that we like to bring in, not just to raise money for charity, but also to bring the community together. Because at the end of the day, who doesn't want to run their dice through a giant dice tower?
Exactly. And now how giant is it exactly?
The dice tower is self-supporting. It's over 12 feet tall.
That's a lot of tower.
It is a lot of tower. And funny enough, after this show, this dice tower will be retired, and they're working on an even larger one for future shows as well.
That is nuts. So something to look forward to. Last question then. For those out there who are interested but not here, how can people not at PAX engage with Cookie Brigade and help in their own way?
Absolutely. So you can find us online at cookiebrigade.org. All of our socials are there, as well as our Twitch channel, which we're growing our streaming program as well. On that website, you have not just more about us and our mission, but also our merch store online. We have a wide variety of merchandise that all goes to charity, as well as donation page and finding more about where we're going to be next.
Great. And now, Hayden, thank you so much for the time.
Thanks for having me.
Keep it tuned here to Hypocritic for more from PAX Unplugged all weekend long.